Hey, it's David from Vinteloper Wines here. I'm just hanging out today to talk to you a little bit about a couple of my wines. First, about Vinteloper, based in the Adelaide Hills, making small batches of wine as a one-man show, but I also make wines from a few other areas because I'm trying to focus on making wines that suit the varieties best. So the wines I'm talking about today are Riesling, and they're both from Watervale, which is in the Clare Valley of South Australia. Watervale's, kind of the home of Riesling for a lot of people. There's a lot of famous areas in Clare, but Watervale is perhaps the most famous. Now, these two wines, the Watervale Riesling and the Odeon Riesling, are made from the same vineyard, picked at the same time, just separated at the press. And then it's an experiment in art versus science, which is a pretty weird thing. Not too many winemakers doing that. I'll talk to you about the Watervale first. So this one is the science of the art versus science argument, and it's made clean, fresh, by the book. So the way that I was taught to make wine at university is how I make this one. I inoculate it with yeast, cold settle, all that sort of stuff. Really trying to retain as much of the freshness and the aromatics as I can. And it shows in this one. The aromatics are really bright, a lot of white flowers, a lot of jasmine, and on the palate, heaps of fresh lime, a lot of crunch, beautiful acidity. A really great reflection of 2012 vintage, which was one of the best we've seen in a while. The second wine is the Odeon. Now this one, as I said, the same grapes picked at the same time, right off of the press, and I make this one pretty much in the opposite fashion, and this represents the art side of the argument. So I pretty much ignore all those sort of sciencey rules that we were taught, and I make the wine by feel, focusing on texture, palate weight. So I won't sort of give away too many of the secrets how I do that, but it's wild yeast fermented, minimal sulfur, and some barrel work and some interesting other things. I'm really focusing on this wine minute to minute. Something that I pay heaps of attention to, because when you're ignoring the science, you really need to be focused on the wine itself. So they're the two wines: art, science. Art, science. Sorry, I got that the wrong way around. Check them out. This one's really fresh, really focused, really classic. This one's really different texture, power, intensity. If you get the opportunity to taste them together, the 2012 Odeon will be released very soon. You can check it out on the website, vinteloper.com.au, or via the various social medias. But thanks for having the time to listen today, and if you see these around, check them out.